and welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. This morning, we were watching and reacting to Paris Saint-Germain versus Bayern Munich FIFA Club World Cup 2025 quarterfinal. We have a semifinal between Fluminense and Chelsea. So the winners of these two quarters will probably be the favorite going into the final, even if it's Bayern versus Dortmund. Well, scratch that. If it's Bayern versus Madrid, they'll still probably be the favorite going into the final. Dortmund, probably not. PSG certainly will be, no matter what happens on the Chelsea side of the bracket. Either way, two more quarterfinals to play. Starting 11s are as follows. For PSG, Gianluigi Donnarumma, the back four of Nunes, William Pacho, Marquinhos, Achraf Hakimi, Vitinha, defensive midfielder, attacking mids, Fabian Ruiz, João Neves, the attacking front three, Kavicha Kvaratskhelia, Bradley Barcola, Desiree Doué. The attacking, or for Bayern Munich, in goal we have Manuel Neuer, the back four, Konrad Laimer, Dayot Upamecano, Jonathan Tah, Josip Stanisic. Yep. We have midfield two of Alexander Pavlovic, Joshua Kimmich. The attacking midfield three of Michael Olise, Jamal Musiala, Kingsley Coman, and Harry Kane up top for Bayern. Diogo Jota and Andre Silva's funeral today was in Gondomar, Portugal. Just held. Ruben Neves just played less than 24 hours ago. Carried Diogo's casket. What a true friend, yep. It's a wonder how he played yesterday. And Neto and Cancelo as well. It's a wonder how they all played yesterday. It's a wonder. And let's see. I mean, you could probably say the same for Menj, Zhao. When it comes to PSG, Bayern, do they have any? Not on the starting 11. Rafael on defense, or the bench. Paulinho. Teams walked out. How we doing, Henry? I mean, there's players on the starting 11 or on the bench or starting 11 of both teams. It's a wonder if they're able to play as well. PSG, Donnarumma. We have the back four, Nunes, Pacho, Marquinhos, Hakimi, Vitinha as well. Fabian Ruiz, João Neves, Kvaratskhelia, Barcola, Doué for PSG. And honestly, there's still non-Portuguese players who were close with them that I'm sure it's hard for them to play as well. I think everybody, it's probably hard. Manuel Neuer, to a certain extent. Manuel Neuer, Bayern Munich, Stanisic, Tah, Upamecano, Laimer, Pavlovic, Kimmich, Coman, Musiala, Olise, and Harry Kane for Bayern. Of course, our third of four quarterfinals, and then 3 o'clock, we have our fourth quarterfinal. We'll review it once it's over, and then we'll have the Gold Cup prediction later tonight as well. But we're here for the first of two quarterfinals. We'll be here, or the third of four quarterfinals. 6 teams are left in this tournament. Damn, Behrman got a 10-place grid penalty and he's starting 18th. Does that mean he qualified 8th? Well, I guess so then. But speaking of, we will be live for the British Grand Prix tomorrow morning as well. So we got an early morning as well tomorrow. The starting or the grid for that, because they just finished quali. 19, well, they did finish quali recently. Pole position, Max Verstappen. Oh, well. Moment of silence. All right, there we go. They'll set up and get ready. So back to it. F1 starting grid for tomorrow. Max Verstappen on pole. Oscar Piastri starting second. Lando Norris starting third. George Russell fourth. Lewis Hamilton fifth. Charles Leclerc sixth. Fernando Alonso seventh. Pierre Gasly eighth. Carlos Sainz ninth. Kimi Antonelli 10th. That's the top 10. Yuki Tsunoda actually qualified 11th. That's crazy. Okay. So they are done in Philly. No friendlies either, or at least at the Eagles Stadium. All right. PSG to kick off. They're playing Atlanta once again. And we're off. Oh, okay. So if they book it for friendlies, which might not happen considering if it is, it's going to be a team who wasn't over here for the past month. Fair enough. But you would think they'd already have it booked. So I guess what? If some team chooses to come over again for the preseason, which would be stupid not to have your plans ready already, but either way, I don't know. You know what's funny, though? Both Yuki Tsunoda qualified over both Isaac Hadjar and Liam Lawson. What? Did they actually fix the car, Red Bull, or is it just wild? I mean, Max Verstappen got pole, and Tsunoda finished above Hadjar and Lawson in quali. Did they actually fix the car? Did they? They might actually have fixed the car. It's like, oh shit, we might lose Max to Mercedes. We got to fix the car, at least to save him from the walkout clause. Did they actually fix the car, or is Max just goated? I mean, Tsunoda finishing 11th in quali is totally... That just makes me feel like they actually fixed the car, Red Bull. Like, I know, I'm not surprised Max got pole. Well, it's a tractor, but, you know. I mean, that Red Bull's a tractor, but either way, did they actually fix it, or is just Max? And Tsunoda somehow qualified well for him. Well for him. Yeah. I mean, it's sort of similar to the Gaudreau brothers, and I'll keep saying that. I do believe the Gaudreau brothers hit as hard in hockey. The loss of the Gaudreaus hit as hard in hockey as Diogo Jota and Andre being passing away in football. Because, I mean, I remember the situation. It was just a year ago, but I mean, it hit hard when the Gaudreaus passed. Desiree Douay making a run. Shot wide. It hit just as hard. Now, the only difference for me is that I was not in a state of grief going into the Gaudreau's passing. I was already in a state of grief before this tragedy happened. Of course, because we had a loss in the family. So, I mean, I was already grieving. And then this hit. And that's probably why it hits harder. But the Gaudreau's hit just as hard. I mean, when I saw the news of them passing and their incident, I mean, if you were watching that Central American Cup stream, my freaking stomach dropped. It did. Like, I should have passed the ball. That is. Four minutes in, 0-0. PSG still looks like the better team. PSG still looks like the better team, but that's pretty much expected. Why are you wearing the Bayern jersey then? Because I don't have a PSG jersey. What would you rather me do? Wear a Bayern jersey or wear a New England Patriots jersey? What would you rather me do? An actual Bayern jersey or something that's the colors of PSG? Being the Patriots jersey, which ironically enough would kind of fit this week because if you know anything about the American Revolution, the French helped the Americans win the Revolutionary War. So, I mean, I did it before, but one of PSG's games, I think the first game they played that I watched against Atletico, I wore the Patriots jersey for that because it was like navy blue with a little bit of red and white. But either way, sometimes I got to make it work. It's not as dumb as me wearing a Dallas Cowboys jersey for a Motagua game, but I've done that before, you know. It's the navy blue with the silver and the white. It works. It's a Dak Prescott jersey. I know most of y'all seen that. When a Motagua game's played, I'm wearing that Dak jersey. Olise. Shot. Saved by Donnarumma. I'm totally not looking forward to Chelsea versus PSG in the final. Well, I'm happy Chelsea's probably going to a final. That I'll say. I'm not looking forward to how PSG is going to absolutely rip Chelsea to shreds. I mean, NHL shop, a local sports store where you live. Shouldn't be hard to find. I can only buy a Leafs jersey off freaking internet. I could buy a Blues store jersey in stores, though. Sports store at the mall, but still. Cross in. Pro Image Sports. There's some called a Pro Image Sports or a Rally House brand. That might do you well. "14-foot seas for a 40-mile-per-hour wind tropical storm." Jesus. They shouldn't be. They shouldn't be. I I mean, right now, that might change if the Canadian goes there, but right now, Kavica Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia. Because of the Napoli connection. Kvaratskhelia, for sure. Because he played for Napoli, you know. I still like Kvara. I mean, I don't blame him for pushing his way out. I don't blame him at all. I mean, they did still win the league, but, you know, De Laurentiis is a cheap ass. I was about to say cheap fuck, but it's 11 in the morning. Well, I just did anyway. Either way, it is what it is. He's a cheap fuck. I don't blame him. I don't blame Osimhen either for getting their way out of Napoli. He's a cheap fuck. I can't wait. Well, okay. We know Conte's going to crash out on De Laurentiis at some point. We all know it. He fucking crashed out at Roman. Pardon my French, but he did. See, that's why I opened the damn floodgates. He crashed out at Roman. Roman Abramovich. Roman Abramovich. He crashed out at. Hakimi probably second, yeah. I don't blame Kvara or Osimhen for leaving. De Laurentiis is a cheap asshole. It's coming. We know it. It's coming. The Conte crash out at De Laurentiis is coming. It's coming. We know it. We know it. If the man crashed out against Roman, you really think he won't crash out against De Laurentiis? Come on now. He crashed out at Tottenham, but that makes sense because it's Tottenham. Hakimi. Oh, he crashed out at Inter as well, but that makes sense because that freaking front office is a nut job. It's a nut house. If it's a Cubs one, I mean, I like Cody Bellinger. I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with it's not a Montreal jersey, so well, even then, if he's a baseball player, so it'd be an Expos jersey. If he was on the Expos, I'm fine with that. But I preferred if it was a Cubs jersey. Oh, Yankees. Gotcha. It would be a Yankees jersey. Oh, yeah, he plays for the Yankees now. I forgot about that. I prefer a Cubs one. Oh, yeah, Bellinger plays for the Yankees now. I forgot about that. He hasn't done shit. I prefer a Cubs one, though. But Dodgers is okay. I'd rather have an Ohtani Dodgers jersey, though. Or Mookie Betts. Or Freddie Freeman. I mean, I like Ohtani, Mookie, and Freddie. I can't believe I actually think positively about the Dodgers. It's crazy. Yeah, World Series against the Yankees would do that, though. That'd probably do it. But I still love Ohtani, Freddie, and Mookie. I do. Ohtani is awesome. Freddie Freeman is a freaking saint. I love Freddie Freeman. I wish he was still a Brave. Of course not, though. And Mookie Betts is a good dude. I like Mookie. Good player. Ohtani's Ohtani. But so, I mean, there's that. And then, of course, when you look at the Dodgers as well, like former players, Oral Hershiser, Fernando Valenzuela, Tommy Lasorda being the manager, Kirk Gibson. How are we doing, Rory? Shit, there's so many former Dodgers players that you could wear a jersey of them, too. Damn. Pedro Martinez, Manny Ramirez. Of course, that's more their dark ages, but still. Matt Kemp. Oh, Lord. But either way. I mean, it would have to be Alphonso Davies, right? Alphonso Davies. Alfonso. Not Alphonso Davies. I would say Robin. Iron Robin. Oh, I just pissed off the Mexican fans. Cross in, header. Iron Robin. Former Chelsea player, former Madrid. Yeah, Iron Robin. I know I just pissed off the Mexican fans. I know I did. No head up and out. It wasn't a penalty. It wasn't a penalty, but still. It wasn't a penalty, but still. It wasn't a penalty. Corner for Bayern. No, it wasn't a penalty. Cross in. Header. Oh. But, I mean, the only reason I root for Bayern is because Alphonso Davies is there and he freaking renewed his contract. Same as Dak Prescott. I have to root for the Cowboys because his dumbass is still there. That's mean. I love Dak. But, you know, well, no, you got to be a dumbass to stay with the Cowboys. You do. You do have to be somewhat of a dumbass to be with the Cowboys. I don't know what Dak's grades look like at Mississippi State, but I guarantee you they weren't as good as the people who were actually there to learn how to do Aggie stuff. Yeah, just like I hate that Dak Prescott is still a Cowboy. I wish I didn't have to root for those two teams. But I have to because Davies is at Bayern and Dak is still in Dallas. But when they fail, I could laugh because, well, mostly Dallas, but, you know, I can laugh because I don't like the team. I just like Alfonso and Dak. And it's not normally their fault when the team fails. So, cleared away. It's not normally Dak's fault when Dallas fails, and it's not normally Davies' fault when Bayern fails. And the good news about Davies blowing his ACL is when they fail it now. Oh, yeah, and the same for Jonathan David with Juve, but I did the same when Cristiano was there. I rooted for Cristiano when he was at Juve. I'm surprised I didn't buy a Cristiano Juve jersey, which is probably a good look. Either way, you mean Arsenal or Iron Madueke. But I guess what? Do I have to buy a Jonathan David Juve jersey? If that, like, ice jersey, like the Iceman jersey, like the blue jersey they were showing for, I guess, trying to say, hey, Jonathan David's coming. Did anybody see that video where they had, like, a blue jersey with, like, white collar, white stripe, white logo? Looked like it was, like, had an ice motif. Like water motif. Like frozen water motif. Yeah, I probably should say it that way. A frozen water motif. I hope that jersey's real. I might actually buy that one with Jonathan David on it. That was a cool jersey. No head up penal. No head up penal. No head up penal. No head up penal. The Raptors have done nothing. That's as far as I know. John Nevish gets fouled by Coman. But, yeah. No, the Cardinals game comes on in between both the Club World Cup games. 18th minute, 0-0. If this is the game that goes to extra time, I'm going to be surprised. This is the game that goes to extra time. Yep. Sucks how much rain they've gotten. Playing forward. Shot! Side netting. All the rain they've gotten, all the flooding they're getting, it's sad to see. And the sad part is there's a very good likelihood sometime this season cross in wide. Not really, no. Masai Ujiri got fired by Toronto. We didn't get Giannis or KD. We basically kept the same roster and we're basically doing nothing. No, I'm not looking forward to shit. No, I'm looking forward to Summer League. That's actually a really good roster. We should win Summer League. I'm looking forward to the G League. I am not looking forward to the NBA season. Unless the Raptors make a somewhat big trade, but you really think without Masai they're going to do that. Yeah. Yeah, I have a freaking bridge to sell you. Hey, at least you have a really good Summer League squad that should win the Summer League. That's the thing I'm looking forward to, which I normally watch that anyway. I normally watch Summer League anyway because that's when I'm normally happy. Except for even the years the Raptors were good, I was still happy during Summer League. Honestly, with the roster they have for Summer League, they better win that. I know it's tin pot. I don't give a shit. It doesn't mean anything. It only means we'll have a good 905 as well. So I'm looking forward to the G League season as well. I'm not looking forward to the main NBA season. Look at the Raptors squad and tell me how the hell you think that. The Raptors squad is freaking loaded for Summer League. Loaded. Also be loaded for the 905 because a lot of those guys will be playing for the 905. So, loaded. The 905 might actually be really good for the first time in a couple of years. So I'm looking forward to that as well, but I'm not looking forward to the main NBA season. And I was, a month ago? And then they fired Masai. Sub for Bayern coming. Injury, I bet. Playing forward. Thank God we won the NBA championship at least once. Shot Fabian Ruiz over the bar. 44 for Bayern. That would be 44 would be Stanisic is coming off. Okay. 44 ready to come in. He started. He's back off from injury or back on from his injury or being pulled shortly. .22 minute. Yep. I'm not even mad. Or that's a bad way to put it. Cal Raleigh should be the starting catcher for the AL at the All-Star game. I'm good with Alejandro Kirk being the backup. Cal Raleigh's had a very good season. Like, at this point, I'll be honest, Cal Raleigh is the MVP for the AL. He should be. Now, of course, we still have 2 months to play, 2 months and change to play before they vote for those awards, because those are not postseason awards. Those are regular season awards. And 3 months away from knowing, well, it's after the playoffs are over, which is kind of wild, but either way. Yeah, about 3 months away from knowing, give or take. Well, that's you think. See, I do mention weather a lot, but that's not what gave you the ad. You must use a lot of weather apps. By the way, speaking of, Tropical Storm Chantal is going to make landfall over on Sunday in South Carolina. 14-foot seas, 14-foot waves are coming with the storm, which is only a 40-mile-per-hour wind tropical storm, which is crazy. So, yeah, there'll be rip currents on the beach, 14 feet waves for a 40-mile-per-hour tropical storm that sheared to hell and back, which is crazy. But either way, lots of rain, a bit of a slow mover going northeast into North Carolina. The rain's more the problem than the wind, unless you're going to the beach, because don't jump into the water because of the rip currents and the surf. But other than that, the winds won't really be the problem. It's the rain. It's the rain. But landfall by sometime Sunday morning. How we doing, Risklander? Yeah, I want to chase a tornado. Yeah. I've so much, like, ever, like, all the time. All the time. Like, I wish I was famous enough to, like, hitch a ride with, like, Reed Timmer or something like that, like Bob Menery, him. He's hitched a ride a couple of times with Reed Timmer. I wish I was that famous, Josh Pate's gone tornado chasing himself, but the college football guy, I haven't. I normally follow them on the radar. I'd love to go tornado chasing, or hell, hurricane chasing for that matter, and be like Jim Cantori. But 26-minute. That'd be awesome. Now, I'm not sure where I'd want it to be. If it is the Plains, or if I wanted to be part of it, like in the South, Dixie Alley, I'm not sure. I mean, if you want the visuals, it's probably the Plains. 2020 Parley jersey. It's the 2020 Parley jersey. Like 2019-20, I think. That is what it is. The 2020 Parley jersey. Lamau. Corner for Bayern, 27th minute. PSG doesn't even represent CONCACAF. Like, the Palmeiras thing made sense slightly. Header cleared away. I mean, if you're talking about the Americas, I mean, yeah. Yeah, it should be a foul the other way. Yeah. That feels like a little bit dangerous with the mountains and all that. The elevation. I I don't know if I'd want to chase in the plains or Dixie Alley. I'm not sure. Cause like you don't get as good of visuals in the South, but you get stronger. Like I I'd say recently the stronger tornadoes have been in the South. You'll see stronger ones. You won't get the visuals with the rain wrapped and the topography of the South. You'll get the visuals in the plains, but you don't know how strong the tornado will be. Which I mean, you don't really. But the good news is it'll barely hit anybody in the plains. And Dewey's down hurt, holding his shoulder. It doesn't feel like it. I mean, I have a couple of Parley jerseys. It doesn't really feel like it's made out of plastic, you know. It feels normal. It feels like any other jersey that I wear. So would it surprise me if it's just PR and marketing? Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all. Besides, Dewey went down in the box, gets ran over by Ta. Let's see if they check it. And they might check it. Guess not. Like, it feels like a normal jersey. I don't really understand how you could. I don't really understand how you could make a jersey out of recycled plastic. I'd like to see the frickin', what's the word? Process. And there will be no penalty there. '30th minute. I mean, Alaska hasn't had one. With the climate, Alaska hasn't had one. I think the strongest they've had is the F-0. Alaska is probably the safest place from tornadoes. The Northeast is probably the second safest place, but the South, you're going to get hammered at some point. I mean, Illinois, Missouri got hammered the past couple of years. 31st minute. Ball crossed in. Shot, save. Kvaratskhelia doesn't get the ball. So, I don't really understand who you're rooting for tomorrow. Whoever I pick. Whoever I pick to win is who I'm rooting for. I'm going to root for my pick. If I tell you who I'm rooting for, I give away my pick, and I'm making the prediction video tonight. So you'll just have to wait about 10 or so hours to figure that out. '32nd minute. Well, I mean, yeah. The New Madrid fault line. Like, there's earthquakes. As far as I can tell, mostly small ones, but the New Madrid fault line, there can be the big one. Hasn't happened yet. Of course, it's not as prone as like Japan or California. Sasha Bowie coming on for Bayern Munich. Of course, Missouri and Illinois are not as prone as Japan or California, but it's not out of the realm possibility. Like, Japan is very prone to earthquakes, as you know. It's like a way of life. Well, yeah, the Pacific Northwest is on that Ring of Fire plate as well with Japan and California. So, but Japan definitely gets it the worst. Like, let's be real. Japan definitely gets it the worst out of all three. Like, I'd say Japan gets it the worst, then California, then the Pacific Northwest when it comes to earthquakes. Seems like every month there's a somewhat big earthquake in Japan. And every so often it's even worse than somewhat big. Of course, and then you have the fact they could be hit by a tsunami as well. Like, I remember, of course, I remember the 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami. I remember that, of course, watching that and seeing all the videos and stuff from it. I remember that. But as well, New Year's Eve day, New Year's Eve 2023-24. Like, I remember coming back up and seeing an earthquake in Japan on NHK World. I saw the news about an earthquake in Japan on New Year's 23-24, and there was tsunami warnings. I watched that coverage for a good couple of hours, you know. Like, I come back up after celebrating New Year's, the ball drop and all that. That was wild. I was watching NHK World News, and there's tsunami warnings. It was like, what, a 6 or 7 magnitude earthquake? That was crazy. Actually, 7 or 8. 35th minute. That was crazy. '35th minute. Throw in 36th minute. Yep. But '37th minute. 0-0 still. Playing forward. Nah, you got to be kidding me. A Raptors fan said with the roster they have today, 40 to 50 wins. Nah, you crazy. You crazy. At best, 40 wins with the roster they have. At best, 40 wins with the roster they have. "50 wins my ass." Coman crosses it in. Header over the bar. 50 wins my ass. Harry Kane puts it over the bar. "39th minute. Oh, I see where you got confused. Ethan Nwaneri. Chelsea is interested in him. 39th minute. Here's Bayern. Bayern making a run. Top of the box. Plays it on. Shot blocked away. Shot over the bar. Yeah. Urawa Red Diamonds home game versus Vissel Kobe. That sounds like a fun one to me. Urawa versus Vissel Kobe at Urawa Stadium. Urawa has some really good fans. I'll tell you. You wouldn't think it, but they got some really good fans. From what you could tell on TV, you could really tell that Urawa has really good fans. They had some really good send-off moments before the Club World Cup as well. So, yeah. "40th minute. 40th minute, 0-0. So 41st minute. Bayern Munich still 0-0. Chip through. Shot. Save. Save by Donnarumma. Just a foot out. Just a stretch foot out by Musiala. And it's not enough. 41st minute. Musiala with a stretch foot out. He did not get it. "41st minute. Playing forward. "42nd minute. I still think the Raptors will be better than the Nets. That I believe. That might still only be like 13th in the East, though. Cross in. Player down hurt for PSG, 43rd minute. Playing forward. I just saw a picture of somebody driving a safety car on the road on the Formula One Reddit. Just because you asked, it might be more possible than you think. Just give it a little bit. Just give it a little bit. It might be more possible than you think. Oh, it'd be a Dortmund-Bayern game at Dortmund Stadium. Like, Dortmund-Schalke, that would... Actually, you know what? Yeah, no. That'd probably be better. But, no, a game at Dortmund Stadium would have to be it. It would have to be. Whether it's Dortmund-Schalke or Dortmund-Bayern. I know. Well, Gio Reyna wouldn't be there, but either way. Keep your Delta positive. Lando! Achoo. Keep your Delta positive. You'll catch max in 15 laps on these tires. Achoo. Lando! What? 3 minutes of stoppage time. Who are we chasing, Lando? What? Pole positions, driver of the days, none of it matters. Who are we chasing, Lando? Wise man Bale. Who am I chasing? To finish first, you're chasing the person who's ahead of you. Wise man Bill. Free kick taken. Header. Goal! 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 Bayern Munich! A goal! 1-0 for Bayern Munich. Dio Upamecano scores the header. Well, he might be offside. They might all be offside. Nope, 0-0. Yeah, they're offside. They're all offside. Of course. I mean, it would have been good for Chelsea. You know, it would have been good for them. I still think Bayern's more beatable than PSG. More a celebration, but offside. I mean, he did technically score on the European champions free kick. False dawn. False alarm. They were all offside. It wasn't even a question. Bully. The costume bully or the real bully? Both. Playing forward. Both the costume bully and the real bully. Both. Player down. The edge of the pitch. It's going to be halftime. But did you stay within 10 car lengths? Musiala's leg broke. Oh, shit. Halftime. No. Damn it. His leg completely snapped in half. Oh, no. 0-0 at the half, and that's where we... Oh, fuck, man. Oh, fuck, man. Oh. Oh, no. Yeah, it's not good. I'm glad I didn't completely see it. I just saw them at the edge of the pitch. Oh, God, man. Man, that's sad. My Lord. My Lord. Such a talented player, Musiala. Damn. Shit. Broken leg for Musiala. Let's see. I don't know if I want to watch this, but here's a better look at the injury. Somebody actually put this. What's wrong with him? I didn't actually see the injury itself. I'm doing this to inform myself. Nothing more, nothing less. Oh! Oh, shit! How's that not a penalty? I mean, yeah, it's an injury, but damn, Donnarumma, what? Ugh. I hope that's just bad luck. I hope that wasn't... Oh, shit! Oh my God! Oh, shit! Oh, I hope he didn't mean to do that. I legit hope he didn't mean to do that. Oh my God. Yeah, he definitely. Yeah, that's a broken leg. No doubt. I hope Donnarumma didn't mean to do that. I hope that was just consequential. I really hope. Oh my God. That's sad, man. That's sad, man. That was hard to watch. I don't think I should have looked for it. Yeah, he's fucked. He's out for a year. I hate to tell you, he's out for a year. I know he's a high performance athlete. He's out for a year. He's not going to be at the World Cup. After that, oh no, broken leg at the ankle. Nah, shattered leg. There's no way. At least not Alex Smith, but I fail to see how he's back in 10 months. Here's the problem. Because he got hurt now, it's going to be cutting it close for selection. I fail to see how he makes it. He's not going to be back by March. He needs to at least have 2 fit months to get called up. Unless they're just like, well, he is healthy, you know. It's gonna be a rush to get him there, to actually get selected. He's probably not gonna make it. With that being said, he's probably not making the World Cup. With that being said, I would hope that's the case for Musiala, but it depends if it's a dislocated ankle or a broken leg. Was back playing in 10. This could be Alex Smith or Cisse. It's either or. Or Joe Theismann. Well, Joe Theismann and Alex Smith was pretty close. Yeah. Or Maxime Crepeau. But the problem with Crepeau was that was right before the World Cup. It sucks like if it happens a year out. Either way, take a short break and a half, talk about the stats, get this one going, sit tight. I did not need to see the actual injury. I did not need to see that. Holy shit. Oh, Lord. I shouldn't have looked for it. Well, it wasn't hard. Somebody posted a damn thing on Reddit instantly, which is sort of screwed in its own right. But either way, sit tight. We'll be back. We're back for the stats of the half. Yeah, now you know how I feel. I saw a full speed one. You saw freaking slow-mo, which is even crazier. I don't know how you found. Well, either way. So now you know how I feel. With that being said, stats of the half. 51% possession to 49% possession. 5 shots to 6, 2 shots on goal to 2. 159 accurate passes, 77% to 159, 84%. 4 fouls, 7. 0 corners to 2. We have 5 shots to 6. We have 2 shots on goal to 2. We have 207 passes to 190, 77 accurate passes, 77% accurate passes to 159, 84%. We have 12 throws to 13, 0 offside to 2, 0 yellow cards to 0, 0 red cards to 0. With that being said, for me, I think it's been a pretty even game when it comes down to it. For me, even game, I would say. Even game, tight game. I can't really say if there's been a better team or who the better team has been. Tight game so far. Very tight game. Musiala will be out for the season. Bayern will probably look to sign Lucho Diaz. Well, they've already been looking to do it. Now I'm sure they're going to get a fire up their ass to do it. I mean, losing Musiala probably changes that wholeheartedly. I still picked PSG before the game. I'm sticking with it. PSG 1-0 with the way this game's going. So, Real Madrid 2-0. Chelsea have signed Jamie Gittins. 2032 contract. Contract till 2032. Finally officially signed him. He was actually at the game last night. He was behind Maresca. So, yeah, you knew it was coming, but he is probably not going to play for the rest of the... Hey, speaking of, Sean, guess what? A Red Bull F1 driver got pole position for the British Grand Prix. Max Verstappen. He's starting first. The second half's about to start. So once you know it, your Red Bull guys have a chance to convert first start to a win at the British Grand Prix. So maybe you should watch the stream tomorrow morning for the British Grand Prix if you're up in the morning. Root for your Red Bull guys. Thoughts and prayers for Jamal Musiala. Crazy few days. Yeah, it's just been one thing after the other, really, I gotta say, in general. That's what it feels like. It's just one thing after the other, you know? It's crazy. Substitution. Serge Gnabry is coming on. I would guess for Musiala. Yep. Musiala for Gnabry. But, so, yeah. Second half, here we go. So, well, he'll be at a different club. It's just be his last Bayern match. It's not like Cruyff where it's a complete retirement. But for me, 46 minute. Bayern, ball crossed in, header or brought down, chested down. Gnabry plays it through. Nobody's there. Yes. Amen. But again, Bayern plays Tottenham in August. Is Muller not going to play in that? He's not going to play in that because he's going to a different club after this tournament. Out for a stoppage of play. For me, so we will be live later today for the second match between Real Madrid and Dortmund. Free kick for PSG. Yes. Free kick for PSG. How we doing, Red Bull Insider? How we doing? Muller will probably come to MLS, so get ready for that. What? What was that? I don't know what the hell. Nah, man. Nobody ran onto it. That was the stupidest 48th minute. Blimey. Playing forward. Shot. Save. What a save by Neuer on Barcola. What a save. What a save. But 49th minute. Well, I mean, I don't blame them to a certain extent. I don't blame them. Like, I'm not saying he meant to break Musiala's leg, but he broke Musiala's leg. Of course he's going to get booed. Whether he meant to do it or not, we don't know that right now. I would hope to God he didn't mean to do it, that it was just circumstantial, but even if it is circumstantial, you still broke his leg. And Anthony Taylor didn't even call a penalty on it because it's Anthony damn Taylor. Let's not forget he's the ref of this match, by the way. So you want to know why there wasn't a penalty called on that when he went straight through him? Anthony Taylor. Probably. Unless it's just a very bad dislocated ankle. But the way his leg looked after the tackle, yeah, no. That shit's broken. I ain't a doctor, but I know what a broken leg looks like when a player gets a broken leg. I've seen Alex Smith. I've seen Joe Theismann. He won't even make it. Unless it was a horribly dislocated ankle, he ain't gonna make it. Unless Germany's like, hey, if he's healthy by April, we're going to call him up anyway. Or May, we're going to call him up anyway. But I don't think he's that type of player where they could be like, well, as long as he's healthy by June, we'll call him up. No, I still don't think he's that type of player. There's only a couple of players that could do that. Messi, Cristiano, those are players that could be like, hey, we know you're hurt, but as long as you're healthy by mid-May or June, we'll call you up for the World Cup. Musiala ain't that guy. Harry Kane might be one of those guys. Musiala ain't. Exactly. It's July. Just by the timing wise. He is a professional athlete. This is true. But it's still going to be hard. Yeah, broken leg. That ain't no dislocated ankle. That's a broken leg. I saw Alex Smith. I saw Joe Theismann playing forward. Goes down. No free kick. Playing forward. Here comes Bayern. Bayern with a shot saved by Donnarumma. 52nd minute. Fifty-third minute. Goal kick for Donnarumma, 53rd minute. Free kick. Can Bayern find the answer? Can PSG find an answer? At this point, this game seems like a 1-0 game. This is crazy, I gotta say. PSG does not look as good as they have recently. Bayern looks up for the challenge. PSG might be beatable. Turns out. But Botafogo did it. Everybody has one mulligan. Then again, PSG didn't beat the shit out of Seattle. They did Miami, though. Gnabry, horrible cross. Dortmund, Bayern did strongly beat Flamengo. They did lose to Benfica. Football, I mean, any given Sunday, I guess. Well, today's any given Saturday, but either way. Frauds. Frauds. Absolute frauds. MLS is weird. Sometimes. 56th minute. Blimey. Playing forward. Pink Phony Club. Yeah. And then David Beckham got so pissed off about that. Let me tell you, if I was a manager, I'd troll the shit out of Miami. If David Beckham got pissed, I'd troll the shit out of him. Cross in. Headed away. No penalty, really? Yeah, I would agree with that. Do, 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 do. New York Red Bulls. Do, 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 do. How does that work? How does that work? Cross in. There's no way. Why? There is no way that works. How did that work? Do, 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 do. Max Verstappen. Do, 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 do. I don't know. I think he means support them. The one day he'd support them. As if they're playing Miami. Well, even if they're... Oh, that means he would support Toronto over Red Bull. Okay, cool. Not that it helps. 58th minute. Not that it helps. Either way. Cross in. Header. Headed away. Like, you know what's funny? The people who made Drive to Survive made that Apple TV Onside show for MLS. If I was a manager, I would totally be the Christian Horner of that Onside show. Rage bait troll who's a damn good coach. Piss off every other team because I love trolling them while my team is winning. Sounds good to me. You got a problem, change your fucking car. You got a problem, change your fucking car. Red Bulls play Miami exactly 1 year before the 2026 World Cup final. Huh, interesting. Hey, when you're winning, it's fun to piss people off. Hey, when you're winning, you're going to piss people off anyway. So why not just make it even... Why not just absolutely go a whole 9 yards? Why not? Why not? The knives are going to be out anyway. If you're winning, the knives are going to be out for you anyway, so why not piss them off even more? It's better than being a fraudulent club like Miami. It's better than being a fraudulent club like Miami who doesn't even actually win, at least when it matters. They basically turned heel for no reason. They basically turned heel for no reason. And freaking David Beckham crashed out like Toto Wolff when it came to the change your effing car moment. He really did with the pink phony club thing. Saved by Donnarumma. Hate to tell you, David, your team sucks ass. They truly do suck ass. But they made it out of the group of the Club World Cup. Do you realize how easy that group was? Playing over the top. Here comes PSG. Then when they played a real team, they got their shit rocked. Why? Somehow, Bayern is not getting their shit rocked by that supposed real team. But Miami did. Oh, by the way, Seattle didn't get their shit rocked either by that supposed real team. Seattle actually put up a good fight. Lost, but they put up a good fight. A better fight than Miami. Useless ass Seattle. Post Ladero Seattle. Post Rui Diaz Seattle. Bum ass De La Vega. Your best player is Paul Rothrock. You should be thanking Toronto for that one, by the way. There were dumbasses enough to let him go when he went back home because he is from Seattle. But I've always known Paul Rothrock was that good of a player. I've always been saying it. And then Toronto let him go. But you got bum-ass De La Vega. He ain't done shit since you signed him. João Paulo, he didn't even play, and now he's hurt somehow, which is crazy. Christian Roldan, who is the most overrated, well, actually, no, he's not the most overrated player on the Seattle team because they have Jesus Ferreira. Oh, yeah, you have him, too. Mr. Overrated. Mr. Overrated. Seattle had no business only losing 2-0 to PSG. Oh, yeah, Ferreira's hurt anyway, by the way. The eternal meme known as Nuhu. Shit. I can't believe it, really. Like, truly, I can't believe it. Seattle did a better job against PSG than freaking Miami. I'm not saying Messi should have done the job himself, but he really could have done a lot himself. He hates their guts. He hates Miami's guts. Yeah. Bunch of frauds. If Seattle looks better against Miami or Seattle looks better against PSG, you got problems. I don't care, Miami. The James Sands no yeet goal. Well, yeah, they've been fraudulent since the freaking getting knocked out of the Champions Cup against Monterrey. Let's be real. It's been obvious to see for a whole freaking 2 years or whatever. Hakimi. Foul, 64th minute. Yeah, that James Sands goal was pretty good. Either way, Miami is a joke. And PSG now is struggling against Bayern because you know what? Bayern's making it hard for them. Which is honestly one of the first games truly that it's been hard for them in a month. Chabot Lycée, just over the bar. I read them. I remember you said Miami was fraudulent after NYCFC got a last-minute goal versus Miami Yankee Stadium, the James Sands no-eat goal. There you go. Yep. 66th minute. '66th minute. Playing forward. Can somebody score? I just want somebody to score at some point. Come on, can somebody score? Blimey. Lycée. I feel like there will be a late goal, but it is what it is. If this is the game that goes to extra time of the 4, I'm going to be shocked. This is the one that shouldn't have. Let's be real. PSG pressing. Kvaratskhelia doesn't get there. Jesus. Like, this is the game that shouldn't have went to extra time. Both games yesterday were games that possibly could have went to extra time and should have. This one, though? Germany fans are devastated they might not see a Wirtz and Musiala combo at the World Cup. They're cursing this Club World Cup. Well, yep. Can somebody score? Frickin'. Yeah, that's exactly how, though. Manuel Neuer is, I guess, still a good goalie. I was hard on him. I was very hard on him. I thought he was cooked after the ski accident. Turns out. Doué got kicked in the face. I'd say 2 or 3 years. I'd say he still plays at Bayern for 2 or 3 years. I'm not sure if he goes to MLS after that. I could see him just totally retiring after 2 or 3 years. I don't think he needs to go to MLS. I don't think he really wants to. Dembele is coming on. Right now for Doué, but then absolutely did nothing. The Devils made the playoffs and absolutely did nothing. But okay, cool. '70th minute, Barkla off for Dembele. '70th minute, 20 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Boop. Playing forward, Ruiz. That's cool. Playing forward. Oh! No free kick. Harry Kane was the one defending. Free kick for Bayern. Don't elbow the guy as he's running away. Now he got the ball. It's real grass they put in. It's real grass. They put in real grass for this. What a big tackle from Harry Kane. And it was clean. And then he gets elbowed in the face because PSG's pissed off. It was more the tackle that did it. I think it was more the pressure that Donnarumma chopped down on him with. I don't think it was the pitch. I thought they put in a real pitch at the Atlanta Stadium for this tournament. So, as far as I was concerned, that's what happened. That's what I heard. But either way. No, because in European football, normally to get your number retired, you had to be a good player who played for the team who was in his prime, who died. It's not like American sports. I don't know how MLS is going to handle it. I'm not too sure how they're going to handle it. But is it going to be more American? Neuer. Here's a chance. Oh, past the post. Dembele can't slot it home. What a miss. And we're going to extra time. After that, yeah, we're probably going to extra time. Miami. Miami's the bigger fraud because they have bigger players and more hopes and all that. Miami. PSG's pressing well. Keeps it alive. Elise. Good tackle. PSG pushing forward, and they gave it straight away. PSG's not just not been on it today. They've just not been on it at all. 75th minute. Kimmich. Shot over the bar. Suarez is a fraud. Old as hell, but a fraud. Yellow card. 15 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Anthony Taylor is the worst damn referee I've ever seen. Pro refs suck, but Anthony Taylor's the worst. There's no handball there. 76th minute. I don't think that helps, Anthony Taylor reffing this match. I don't think that helps at all. Free kick for Bayern? You gotta be kidding me. Yeah. You have to be kidding me. Free kick for Bayern? Explain to me how that makes any damn sense. Yellow card for Douay. This guy's a freaking idiot. Muppet. Anthony Taylor is a Muppet. How is that a foul against PSG and a yellow card for Douay? He's the one who got taken down. He's still worse. Way worse. Anthony Taylor is a damn fool. It's like he has it in for Bayern, which I guess, well, he hates Chelsea. Why would he want to have it in for Bayern? Knowing Chelsea's 90 minutes away from a final. If he hates Chelsea, why does he have it in for freaking PSG? Why? He hates Chelsea. Playing forward. Good play. Kvaratskhelia making the run. Drops it and Bayern picks it up. Dear God. Oh, that's not a free kick, though. Okay. Neves. Top of the box. Douay. Desiree Douay. Goal! 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 PSG! Desiree Douay says, F you, Anthony Taylor. I'm going to do it myself. 1-0. 1-0. Desiree Douay. What a shot. What a shot. There it is. And you can't take that one away, you Muppet. Anthony Taylor, you can't take that one away. Ain't no way. Boom. Neuer had no damn chance. Desiree Douay, 1-0. You ain't going to take that one away, Muppet. Desiree Douay loved that one. Oh, he did. PSG might be beatable. That may be true. Hernandez and Zaire Emery coming on the last 12 minutes. They got him a goal. Now they're taking him off. I'm watching on DAZN. What are you watching on? TNT Sports? That was your first mistake. That shit's way behind. Whether it's for hockey, hockey, football, it's behind. Baseball, I'm not sure. Anything TBS is behind. Koman and Pavlovich are off for Muller and Goretzka. This might be Muller's last ride. Hernandez and Zaire Emery coming on for PSG. '80th minute. The third of 4 quarterfinals, we have a leader. And that would be PSG leading this quarterfinal. The third of 4 teams to advance looks to be PSG. But of course, we have to see. You're on DAZN. Well, I don't know how behind you are. I feel like DAZN's on time. I didn't see his comment, though, until I saw the goal, so I don't know. Free kick for Bayern. 81st minute. Red card. Red card. Red card. A red card. Pacho red card. Goretzka, I stomped on the top of his foot. Yeah, that's a red, actually. Yep, I'll agree with that. Red card for Willian Pacho. So PSG's down to 10 for the next 9 minutes plus stoppage time. Can they hold on? PSG's had a horrible game. Let's be real. Let's be completely real. Even if PSG wins this game, they had a horrible game. They had a horrible performance. Let's just be real. PSG's had a horrible performance today. No matter what, they've had a horrible performance today. Let's just be real. Beraldo's coming on. '83rd minute. I mean, Doué's good, but he ain't Yamal. Kvaratskhelia off for Beraldo. For me, I think PSG's had a horrible game. Even though they're leading, they've had a horrible game. Even if they win, they've had a horrible performance. This is not good. Now, the bad thing is they're not going to have an off day for their next 2 games, which this is their scare. They always say a team who wins the World Cup has a scare. So I'm sure it's the same with the Club World Cup in that format. Because CONCACAF's idiotic. That's how. Just don't ask. Don't ask. You'll feel much better. You won't get an answer anyway, so why should you ask? 84th minute. Free kick. And the bad thing is if PSG is playing like shit because Anthony Taylor's the ref for the game, that doesn't really help Chelsea because, you know, that's the case. Guess what? Chelsea, he hates them. Probably won't ref a game left in this tournament, I would presume. And I would not want him to ref a Chelsea game. Header, 85th minute. I remember, man, every time Anthony Taylor refs a Chelsea game, it's just an absolute disaster. Back to Donnarumma, 85th minute. What the hell are you doing? You let Muller almost close him down. Marquinhos. Good play. Breaks out. Out for a throw, 86th minute. Don Robbie said that Madueke is a good signing. He has potential. He can't be serious. Yeah, I think he's coping. Copium. Wise man, Bill. Wise man, Bill Wuxton. Header. Goal. Offside. Offside. That was obviously offside. You can't even lie. That was obviously offside as well. Both Bayern goals have been offside. There is no way that's not offside. I mean, as the ball was played, Harry was offside. Like, there's no question. He's off. He's off. Guerrero coming on, 87th minute. Sasha Bowie got pulled off for Guerrero. You're going for a goal. Why would you? Okay, whatever. 87th minute, goal kick. '88th minute. PSG is playing with fire, but they've been playing with fire the whole game. Dembele. 88th minute. Oh no. Headed away. 2 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Elise. Header. Nice Marquinhos. Out for a goal kick. 88-30. Terrible pass, Ta. Yeah. Wouldn't have done that at Bayer Leverkusen. Tell you that much. Whoa. Upamecano plays it back with a minute to go plus stoppage time. Guerrero, nice tackle, but not enough. Good steal, not really. PSG's like precision's just not there. It's just not there at all. PSG's known for precision. It's just not there. 20 seconds before stoppage time. Elise, good tackle. Another good tackle. João Neves, save. 90th minute. How much stoppage time? 90 minutes. 6 minutes of stoppage time. Can PSG survive for another 6 minutes? It's going to be a bit tough. It's going to be tough. They've already been walking a tightrope for how long? About headed away. They've been walking a tightrope for about 8 minutes now. So about 14 minutes they have to survive. They had the lead at 78. They got the red card at 82. 2 minutes of stoppage time. It'll be 10 minutes. They'll have to hold on for another 4. That's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. 14 minutes of holding on, give or take, and they'll be on to the semifinal. They have 5 more minutes to hold. What are you doing, man? Red card! Another red card! Hernandez! Elbow! That's not good for me. Not good for my schedule. Well, you might get it now. 9 men? He didn't even elbow him. This one should be overturned. This one should be overturned. No. This ain't no red card. This ain't no red card. That's bullshit. This one should be overturned. That is not a red card. Ain't no way. Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell. Anthony Taylor, you are a effing Muppet. This was freaking 10 o'clock at night. I'd say it fully. How is that a straight red? Yeah, I don't know either. That is not a red card. He didn't even elbow him. You are incompetent, Anthony Taylor. You incompetent bastard. Whatever. It's fine. I don't care. I mean, have you watched a Chelsea game, that man refs? This isn't new. This isn't new. Check the damn thing. It can't be dog so, right? That's some bullshit. This some bullshit. Free kick. It's going to be 9 men v 11. This is Jesus Christ. Oh, Lord. Anthony Taylor might have just sent this damn game to extra time. Headed on. I hope PSG wins in 90 minutes just to tell that man to fuck off. Header, wide, corner. Because if this goes extra time, they're not winning. Bayern will score 2 goals in extra time. Where was the VAR look at that? I don't know. I don't care, frankly, that much. I'll be sleeping whenever it's time to sleep. I don't care that much. I'm just saying Anthony Taylor's the shittiest ref I think I've ever seen in my life. This reminds me of a damn Chelsea game. Any Chelsea game that man refs, I can't believe he still can. Cross in, header, over the bar, be a goal kick for Donnarumma. So I'm going to guess what? We're going to go to 8 minutes now, stoppage time, because of that red card. So now PSG has to hold till the 8th minute of stoppage time, give or take. So another 4 minutes. Like, that's going to happen. Now it's not just 2 minutes, it's 4 minutes. That was not a red card. I'm sorry. least the good news is Hernandez is a sub. Pachos are starting center back. So, also, Beraldo, I guess, is going to start over Pacho then. Throw in. 95 minutes. I'm on guess, but either way, 95 minutes. 1-0 PSG. Jesus Christ, man. Headed away. Let's get that damn thing clear. Just put it down the other way. Oh, score this damn thing. Come on. Play it on. Score. Shot. Crossbar. No. Man, I wanted that to go in so badly. Crossbarred. 95th minute. If they scored that would have been the funniest damn thing. Here's a chance. Another one. Top of the box. Goal! 2-0 PSG. Dembele 2-0. Suck on that, Anthony Taylor. Suck on that, you bald prick. Suck on that. 2-0. PSG. Goal. What a play. Ousmane Dembele scores with 2 men down. PSG throw up the double fingers to Anthony Taylor. Arrivederci. Arrivederci, Anthony Taylor. Arrivederci. Hey, I mean, Anthony Taylor tried his damn hardest. He tried. I like seeing Anthony Taylor have egg on his face. You know, that's fun. I wish it would happen when a Chelsea game was played. Wait. That is wild. Just a straight up line for kickoff. That is karma. Yes, karma. Check his bank account. Yeah, that's a good question. 97th minute. Check his bank account. Shot save. Ooh. VAR check. Shot. Header. Cleared. But now you check VAR. Penalty. Penalty for Bayern. Now you check VAR. Now you check VAR, you asshole. Handball? That's a handball on Muller, if anything. He didn't even hit him. He didn't even hit him. Well, at least he's checking VAR this time. He didn't even hit him. He got the ball. Are you kidding me? Thank God they scored. Are you kidding me? Are you effing kidding me? Jesus H. Christ. My God. Anthony Taylor has lost he's never had it. He's lost the plot. He's lost the plot. There's no way. This should not be. He got the ball. Anthony Taylor's the worst. That's what's wrong with these referees. He got the ball. He headed the ball as he was kicking it. That is not a penalty. I mean, for Anthony Taylor, it probably is, but God, have mercy on my soul. Anthony Taylor, you muppet. At least he's checking VAR this time. I never want to see this man ref a game ever again, especially against Chelsea. Now you know how I feel. No penalty. Hey, he finally made the right call. Bald punk. He made the right call. Bald punk. Drop ball. Blimey. No unnecessary anger. No borderline violence. Blimey. And Donnarumma holds on to it. Blimey. This game's off the dam. And it's full time. PSG. Hold on. They get the late goal while down 2 men. Anthony Taylor tried to screw him. It didn't work. 2-0 PSG. You love to see it. PSG holds on. So that was... Hold on. Gonna do this one. PSG wins. Dembele, Doué, and Dembele score. Yes. PSG move on 2-0. Anthony Taylor should never ref a match again. Was right about that one. All right. One more quarterfinal. Real Madrid versus Dortmund. We'll be here for that. We'll be here for that. There we go. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Because Anthony Taylor's a horrible ref. That's why. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you within, well, at 2:55 Central, 3 match time, 3:55 Eastern for Real Madrid versus Borussia Dortmund live. We'll review that game once it's over. Exactly. You should have reviewed the second red. The first one was pretty obvious, but the second one he should have reviewed. They shouldn't have been down to 2 men anyway. Either way, PSG advance. I'll be here for the Borussia Dortmund Real Madrid match live and review, and then later on tonight, after I take a little nap, I probably will, in between the second game and my Gold Cup prediction video, I will make a Gold Cup prediction video for the final, the USA-Mexico prediction. I will make that. That'll be out later tonight. I'll be back in the morning for the F1 British Grand Prix, and we'll have the Gold Cup final tomorrow evening. 2 lives, 2 reviews tomorrow. We have 1 more live and 2 videos today. Of course, we have the Madrid Dortmund live and review. Then, of course, the Gold Cup final prediction tomorrow. we'll be here for the British Grand Prix live review. Then tomorrow evening, the Gold Cup final live review. Monday, Club World Cup quarterfinal recap, semifinal predictions. Tuesday, Chelsea versus Fluminense, live RSR. Wednesday, PSG playing Dortmund or Madrid, live RSR. And Montreal Forge, second leg of the Can Champ quarterfinal, live RSR. So 2 lives, 2 RSRs on Wednesday. Thursday, we have the Club World Cup semifinal recap. Friday, the Club World Cup final prediction. Saturday, Toronto FC versus Atlanta United, live RSR. Then next Sunday, the 13th, we have the Club World Cup final, live RSR. So that's what the next 8 days look like. With that being said, I will see you later. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. Congratulations to PSG. Commiserations to Bayern. And Anthony Taylor, GFY. With that being said, I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See ya.